How's it going, YouTube? My name is Trey, and welcome to part 5 to Intro to GUI in Java. Today we're going to be talking about radio buttons. Alright, let's get straight to the code. In today's example, we will create a program that gives you the choice to choose your own character. First and foremost, we need to import our JRadioButtons. So first we're going to say import javax.swing.JRadioButton. In today's example, we're going to have 3 choices to choose from of characters. And since there are 3 options, we need to create 3 radio buttons. So JRadioButton, button 1, JRadioButton, button 2, and JRadioButton, button 3. In the constructor of our main class, we need to initialize each of our JRadio objects. For our first radio button, we're going to say button 1 is equal to new JRadioButton, and then you're going to put the title of your choice. For me, I'm going to be putting Goku, which is from the popular anime television show Dragon Ball Z. So Goku. Next, we need to set the bounds of our radio button. So button 1 dot set bounds. Our X is going to be 150. Our Y is going to be 100, and it's going to be 200 by 50 long, pixels long. Next, we need to add our radio button to our panel. So panel dot add button 1. And the same goes for our radio button 2 and 3. For our second radio button, we have the character Naruto Uzumaki, which is from the popular television show Naruto. And the bounds for our second radio button is 150x, 150y, and 200 by 50 pixels long. For our third radio button, we have Subaru Natsuki, which is from the television show ReZero. And the bounds for that option is 150x, 200y, and 200 by 50 pixels long also. So let's take a look at our program so far to see what our JRadioButtons look like. So we have our label, which is UR, and then it depends on what character you like to choose. And then for our options, we have Goku, Naruto Uzumaki, and Subaru Natsuki. So you notice that there's a rectangle surrounding the first radio button. Radio buttons work just like J buttons. You need to set the focusable of each of your radio buttons to false. So now we're going to say button 1 dot set focusable to false. Button 2 focusable to false. And button 3 to focusable to false. So when we run the program again, we have no rectangle surrounding each of our radio buttons. And also, when we choose a radio button, a circle's filled. If we choose our second one, the circle's filled. We choose our third one, the circle's filled. So Trey, what if we want only one option picked? In order to do that, you need to put your radio buttons in a group, also known as a button group. So import javax.swing.button group. Next, we need to create our button group object, button group. We'll call it BG. In our constructor, we need to initialize our button group as a new object in Java. So new button group, and nothing in the parameters. Finally, all you need to do is add each of your radio buttons to your button group. So BG add button 1, BG add button 2, and BG add button 3. So when we look at our radio buttons again, and we pick Goku, and if we pick Naruto, that's the only option. If we pick Subaru, that's the only option. We need to add action to our J button based on what option we choose with our radio buttons. So first we're going to check for the first option, which is Goku. If button 1 is selected, which is a Boolean method that returns true or false, if the circle has been filled in, we're going to set the text of our J label to UR, which is what character the user picks, button 1 dot get text. Next, we're going to check for our second button. So if button 2 is selected, label.set text to you are button 2 get text. And for our last button, if button 3 is selected, label.set text you are plus button 3 get text. All right, now for our final product, we have UR. If we pick Goku and pick choice, now it says you are Goku. If we say Naruto, pick choice, you are Naruto Uzumaki. Third, we say pick choice, you are Subaru Natsuki. So those are the basics of JRadioButtons in Java. If you have any questions, comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like on the video. All right, thank you for watching.